Welcome back to Government Issue, and I'm Troy. In this particular video, I will be cleaning my Springfield XDX Mod 2. As you can see here, the firearm does not have a magazine inside of it at the particular moment. I'm also going to check the firearm to ensure that there's no round in the chamber for safety purposes, obviously for this video, and to ensure the safety of myself and the proper handling of a firearm. So, we're gonna open up that slide, the bottom, look at the top, look at the barrel. There is no round in the chamber. This particular firearm is safe to handle and to now commence to actually cleaning. This is my concealed carry firearm. Really enjoy it. Springfield XDX, love it. A lot of people, well, from what I hear, some people really don't favor it because it's a single stack. It can hold 9 to 10 rounds. And obviously Springfield makes the XDX, which can hold like 15 rounds. So people are like, well, why would you carry this one? Why wouldn't you just get the Hellcat? Well, I can get the Hellcat. I fired the Hellcat. It's a pretty competent gun, but I prefer this one. You know what I mean? It's just like some firearms you just prefer to have over others because you just prefer to have it. It's sometimes it's just as simple as that for the most part. But yeah, this is my Springfield XDX, and I'm not getting rid of it, and I'm not going to get a Hellcat because people want me to get it because it can hold more rounds in their magazine. So let's get into the cleaning of this particular firearm. So with this particular firearm, right, you want to turn the action 12 o'clock, action release 12 o'clock there, excuse me. I got really big thumbs and big hands, and this is a pretty small firearm for the most part. So you want to turn that little action release here, 12 o'clock there. Now what you want to do is close the slide. Pull the trigger. Voila, just like magic. So now you have two components of your gun. And excuse my lineman mat, I'm still breaking it in. That's why it's still bulging here, because it hasn't been broken in properly yet. But once it gets broken in and it's used more than once, and I, clean more of my firearms, it'll lay flat on the surface, and that won't be an issue, right? Because I know somebody in the video, well, dude, why your cleaning mat isn't flat on the surface, man? That's not how you properly clean a gun with that kind of mat, dude. Relax. It's a brand new pistol cleaning mat. And if you bought one before, and normally they're rolled up, you got to break it in a couple of times, and then it'll be fine. Just wanted to pull and let you guys know that, right? All right, so let's move these components and get into cleaning this firearm. What I like about Lyman and this particular mat, they made like several different areas and compartments where you can just store parts and components of your firearm when you're cleaning it, making it very easy and accessible for you to just put stuff down and not have to worry about it rolling off the table, you losing screws and springs and things of that nature. Nope. They thought about that, and it's staying there. All right, let's move the bore. Look at that bore. That bore looks like it can use a good cleaning. So we're going to give this guy a good cleaning. And what I'm looking for is any rust, because rust is an enemy of guns. And as you can see, it can use some oil, because anytime you got any shiny parts on any part of your firearm, whether the frame, the bore, anything like that, that's the part that's receiving friction when you're operating the firearm. So you want to make sure those parts and areas are properly lubricated, and you'll be good to go with that once you finish lubricating it, because you have a firearm that's firing properly and proficiently. And I'm just checking the board for any cracks, anything of the nature. Just do a proper inspection. When you're cleaning your firearms, this isn't a thing that you want to rush. No, you take your time, you look at things, you overlook things again. You notice certain things, sometimes you don't notice certain things. And, all right, that looks good. All right. Yeah, we're going to have to clean you today. We're going to have to clean you. Okay, so we're looking good there. So let's check out this slide here. And I'm just giving it a good look over for any cracks, any in frame distortion and stuff like that of the nature. For the most part. I'm looking where I'm going to be putting the oil at. It looks good for the most part, other than just needing a good cleaning, which I'm going to do, of course. But the integrity of the firearm is good. The integrity of the firearm looks good. Like I said, you should definitely look at these things, because, these components and parts inside of the firearm, obviously, they're going to fail at some point. But if you can get ahead of, or at least notice a failure possibly occurring at some point in time, why not get ahead of that? Okay, so we fully inspected the firearm, which is obviously broken down. And we're going to get to the fun part. And the fun part is the cleaning of the Springfield XDX. I'm just joking around, man. I'm just having a pretty good day today. And first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to clean that bore, right? So I'm going to get my Hops 9, right? Rod end. And I'm going to put on my nylon brush. Hops 9 nylon brush. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some bore cleaner, because I'm cleaning the bore of the gun. That's one of the most important parts of the gun, because that's where the pew pew comes out of, right? So, again, when you're wheeling and dealing, right? You don't got to put a lot of oil on this brush, right? Because you're cleaning the firearm. You're not bathing the bore in the oil, right? So I'm just going to put a little dab, right? On one of my patches, all right? Right? Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mama. All right. So now we have the bore. So with the bore, you don't want to... Nope. You don't want to do that, because you can damage the interior of the bore. So you just want to go in a couple of times, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 times, and that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Because what I'm going to do next, I'm going to run, right? I'm going to run my patches through there, through that bore. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a different accessory onto the rod here, right? And basically I'm going to add this patch through the rod here, and I'm going to run it inside and out of that bore to clean all of the gunk that sits inside of that bore. So I'm going to just put a little bit of oil on this patch here. And now I am going to add this guy through here. If she, yeah, there we go. Just basically just grab it. Voila. Just like candy. All right. Let's get that in there like that. You just want to, that little oil that you put on that patch is going to lube that interior of that bore. Get it nice and smooth. It's going to come out the other side, obviously. Look at that. She was dirty than a mother. Look at that. Yeah, she was a little dirty. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take another patch and I'm going to run it through again. And it's all dependent on you, right? As the owner, how clean you want your firearm to be, right? Some guys like really go above and beyond, and I understand, these firearms are not free. No one's giving them to you. You got to take care of your stuff because no one's going to take care of it for you. I get it. But, I of course I want my stuff to be nice and clean and good for me to go when I go to the range. But for the most part, just want that thing to be nice and lubed inside, friction free. All right. Look at that. Oh yeah. All right. So now you want to inspect that bore inside. I know you guys are not going to be able to see it, but I'll be able to see. Oh yeah. That looks good. Nice and clean. I did show you guys what that bore looks like prior to the actual cleaning, but you guys wouldn't have seen the gunk that I've seen on it, because the camera's probably not going to be able to pick up. Or maybe it could, but that thing is clean inside now. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that thing is, yeah, really clean now, which I like. So your bore is clean, and the interior of your bore is clean. So now, you just want to take that same cloth, right? Nothing goes to waste. Just want to wipe down the back of it. Still got that black stuff, ammunition, residue, gunpowder residue on the back. Get that off there. And you just wipe that down like that. Like I said, you're not using a lot of oil. You're not trying to bathe, you know, your firearm in oil. Like you're trying to clean it, and then you're coming behind it with the towel here just to get everything nice and pristine. It's never going to come like it comes from the factory. Like, you know, everything pristine and clean and ready to go. You're never going to get that, but I mean, and I don't know why I'm not using gloves, because I have gloves, but I don't know why I don't use them. But yeah. See, so now I have a clean bore. Like that. And what this solution also does, this cleaning bore solution, protects the gun from rust, corrosion. Also, when it's wintertime, I'm not sure you guys store your guns or your firearms, but I wouldn't recommend you storing them somewhere where it's very cold and like your basement, right? Because what happened is, especially if you're living in a climate where when a winter comes, it drops below 32 degrees. Those type of temperatures are not really good to firearms, because anything below 32 is freezing. And what happens is condensation builds up, of course, over time. And when you have that condensation that builds up, you're gonna have ice or, you know, freezing or some type of frost coat over those firearms. And that's water and cold and liquid, and that's a recipe for corrosion and everything else. And you don't want that. Oh man, look at that. That looks real good. I don't know if you guys can see that, man, but that looks clean like a mother. I like that. Bore is clean. Bore is clean. All right, so with this, same deal. Just want to just give it a quick wipe down. You don't got to do too much. Do not got to do too much with this. Look at this patch. This patch is over. This patch is like, why are you doing me like this? Bore is clean. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Very happy about that. Now, so just going to put the top back on my Hops 9 bore cleaner. Remember, you want to work smart, not hard. Smart, not hard, and safely. So now we're going to get to actually cleaning the actual firearm. I'm going to do a slide, and we're going to do the frame. So now I have Hops Lubricating Gun Oil. So basically with this, again, you don't need a lot of this oil, right? Just need a little dab. Some guys, when they're cleaning their firearms, they actually apply the actual oil to the actual frame or to the actual slide or the areas where they want to apply the oil at. I don't like to do that. I would prefer always applying the oil to the cloth and then having the cloth do the work. Because then when you apply that oil to the actual component, whether it's the frame or the slide, that oil can typically run to areas where you might not want the oil to run, or you might put too much oil, or might not anticipate your squeeze, and the next thing you know, you got an over-oilized gun, and that's not what you want. You just want to clean the gun. So, what you do, all right, a couple of dabs, that's all you need. Boom, boom, voila, look at that, couple of dabs, look at that, more than enough. And basically, you just want to, all right, look at that, that dirt. You just want to put a little bit of oil wherever there's contact at. So wherever you see any bright, shiny spots, you apply that oil. Because you know that's where you're getting the contact. And you want things to slide smoothly, gracefully, without any issue when you're operating this firearm. And being that this is my concealed carry, and I carry this quite often, I'm going to try to start carrying my Glock, my Glock 48, even though it's a much larger firearm than this. I still prefer this though, because it's particularly built for that particular purpose, concealment, and it's a perfect concealment. This is a perfect concealment firearm. I've been also thinking about getting a red dot for this guy, even though, you know, the sights that come from the manufacturer, I'm fine with it. You know, some people just, I don't like the manufacturer sights. I want to put my own. You know, I get it, but I think the sights that come with the Springfield XDX Mod 2, 3.3 barrel, are just fine. But the reason I want, maybe, I might consider getting a scope, or not a scope, excuse me, a red dot put on it, because I want to be a little fancy. That's all it really is. That's all it really comes down to. So I don't think that's going to get any cleaner than that. I'm just trying to get all that gunk out of there, man. All right. All right. That slide is good to go. That slide. That slide is a go. That slide is a go. That slide is a go. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Oh yeah, I like the way that looks. So definitely well lubricated for the most part. Oh yeah. Like I said, you don't have to put too much. So slide is a go. I can't wait till this mat breaks in. Hate that bulge. All right, let's do the frame now. So basically for the frame, very simple. Obviously, you want to hit here, 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 right here, 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 right? Because that's where all of the action and the friction is happening at. And you want to make sure that you're actually able to, you know, ensure that there's nothing snagging. And everything is moving smoothly. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Not a lot of oil. You don't need, like I said, I'm not trying to hate on anybody, but I've seen people just, like, what are you trying to give your gun a bath? The gun doesn't need a bath. It just needs to be clean. And I get it. Some guys are just, no, I want my firearm to be the cleanest looking. And you're like, hey, buddy, you know, when you take that thing to the range, it ain't gonna be so clean. You know that, right? I'm sorry if I took the frame off camera just now. Oh yeah. Can't wait to bring you guys some range footage. So I'm break that Glock 48 in. Haven't even shot it yet. Then I'm gonna bring that Stevenson shotgun to the outdoor range. I'll shoot that bad boy. Can't wait to do that. Then I'm gonna bring my Kel-Tec, run some rounds through that, and have some fun with that. But yeah, this is, yeah, a little oil. I did not need a lot of oil at all. And this thing is cleaning it all good and cleaning it out the way it's supposed to be clean. You know. We're coming to an end here. Most part. Yeah. Springfield XDX. Lower frame. That frame. Now, so we have cleaned the Springfield Mod 2 XDX 3.3 barrel, and slide is ready to go. I'm just going to give an overall last inspection. Just see if it meets my quality test for the most part. And I want to say, yeah, slide is a go. And let me just saw something. Did not like. There's a little dirt back here. So get that out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. I'm gonna put you back together, baby. We're gonna put you back together now, baby girl. Put your back together now, baby girl. I like the way you make me feel. What's the deal? Hey, what's the deal? I like the way you make me feel. Watch I get a YouTube copy strike. I'm like, hey, you're not supposed to be singing. Yeah. You're a horrible singer. And I say, well, buddy, never said I was Michael Jackson here. But I'm just trying to do what I can do. I'm not, Oh, yeah. All right, let's put that board back in. All right. Never said I'm going to be starting a music career. All right, we good to go. All right. Clean gun. Put that slide back on. Yeah. All right, now what you want to do is close that action down, 9 o'clock. Now that the slide's back on, close the slide. Woo! Dry fire. Make sure everything is operating like it's supposed to. Oh, yeah. Springfield, Mod 2, XDX, cleaned. Catch you guys in the next video.